Praise the name of the living God. How are you? You are good? I'm good. I'm blessed. I hope you are blessed too. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching this from. I'm here, I'm blessed. Today I was thinking of this true story of how people ignore today and then the future hunt them. The future hunt their yesterday's mistake to an extent that they can't learn away from it. There is this movie that Hollywood played that you can't learn away from your past. Yes, some few past are so painful and so bad that people are unable to learn away from it. Example, and through ignorance. Okay, there is this lady. It's a true story. This lady was a bar woman. No bar woman. Those women who sell bar. I said any job is a job. You can't know the reason why somebody has chosen to do something unless you are in their shoes. That's what Job told his friend. His friend were mocking Job so much, and Job told them, if only you could be in my shoe, if only you could be going through what I'm going through, you can't judge me the way you are judging me. So this bar woman, me, I don't have any problem with barmen, bar women. Those people, if at all they are doing it to raise their children for their future, and they believe that's a better job, it's good. So this bar woman was selling bar in a certain town, and she was well known. People feared her because she had a character, though she's a bar woman, and people respected her in spite that she was a bar woman. And sometimes us, when we are trying to please women or please people on this earth, we do some mistake that you try to hide that mistake, but you try to hide your mistake today, then you do a bad decision out of arrogance. So this bar woman got into a relationship with a certain guy, and then she was pregnant, and she hid this pregnant. Nobody knows that she's pregnant. Nobody knows until when she gave birth. She went and threw the child in the toilet. Then and that toilet was public toilet, so one of the person going to the toilet had a baby crying, and then they call people, and people come and remove the baby. The baby is cleaned, and then the baby was taken to a church, and he was raised. And then he was raised, he got education to an extent of becoming one of a prominent person. But this boy was raised by a widow woman who was given a place in the church. So this bar woman, now she was following how the boy was growing. So he knew the boy is a prominent boy, owned a company, a very big company, and he became rich. And the boy stood with this woman who raised her, and the woman who raised her had told him, the woman who raised him had told him everything, that you are not my child. Your mother threw you in the toilet. We don't know your mother. And then the church took you, and I was told to raise you. And the church has been providing for you, giving you scholarship. You go to school and study. So the boy gets so rich. He got married. He had his own children. And then one of the day, just when he's seated on his home, somebody is knocking on the door, the gate. So the soldier is telling you that somebody is on the gate, he is your visitor. And then the woman was allowed to come in, because this boy was raised in a manner, he was humble. Although he was rich, he was so humble. He was a blessing. He used to even give food to the children's home to help widows, because he knew how he was raised. So the woman came and introduced herself as a mother. I am your mother. I know, I'm sorry. I throw you in the boy, out of pain. I want you to place yourself in the shoes of this boy. Your mother threw you out of the toilet. A good Samaritan picked you from the toilet. And then now you have become a prominent woman. And now the woman who had wanted you dead is now here asking for forgiveness. That I am struggling, I got sick, I want you to heal. What could you do? What could you do as a human being? So That we don't know. I can't tell you what the boy did because you will judge him. The boy, with him and his mother, he was, I don't know, it was a painful story because this woman was really sick. She was sick, and she got married to the same boyfriend, but she couldn't get a child, so she was a barren. She was a barren, and now, it was painful. And I was thinking, how many decisions do we take through arrogance? Women abort. And that's why today we don't have leaders, because the children that were meant to be leaders were aborted. We only have crooked people who think evil, people who only think how to kill other people. The good people were aborted. Yes, and there are some. Take an example of that boy. What if he died in the toilet? Because it's like this woman was, she used to do that, to throw children in the toilet, and then those children died. That guy was feeding people. He had company. They were a family that were depending on that company to go pay their rent, eat, because he was paying them salary. This guy was helping orphans and children and widows and widowers. I'm asking today, how many children were aborted? And they died arrogantly. And it's okay, because the government, some countries want to legalize abortion. But when you kill a child, you kill tomorrow's leader. Not only abortion. Let's take an example of job. Working place. How many people are unemployed because of a little mistake, because of conspiracy? Somebody conspired against them. I have seen women crying because of lack of children, and their marriage crumble because the man wants a child. But the reason why those women have no children is not they were not born barren. No. At the early age, they were introduced to sexual immorality. And then the parent had to abort their children so that people will not know, they will not bring shame to the family. People will, because they want the children to go on with their education. And then when they settle down, they want to get married. No children. Some of the women who cry about cervical cancer is because they tampered with their cervix when aborting children. And the wages of sin is death. So it led to death. So many mistakes that are done today arrogantly that will hand to people's tomorrow. You are a guy. You slept with a girl, and then you left her. Perhaps you joined school, or you become, you raped her already. Let's say you slept with a woman, you forget about her, you go, and then you continue being so great. Then your marriage, today you are married and you don't have peace, because there are some things we do in the past. They keep hunting us in the present. Today I was thinking of this one place I used to preach. I was a preacher. I used to preach this place. And it's a big church. It was a big church. And it came to my mind today. I remembered how I left that church and how it happened. I have nothing to regret. I don't regret that I stopped preaching and I'm no longer preaching, because even here in YouTube, in social media, you preach. The gift is still with me. I used to preach. I used to give sermon. I used to listen to people and guide them and give them hope. I was like a motivational speaker, because I was under a certain law. I could not pray for people. I was not growing. Yes, I could stand. The church was big. It was allowed 5,000 to 3,000 people. You could preach. But at the end of the day, when you go home, and the story that people have heard, and then the rules that were governing you, and then so many things, I counted and I saw I'm doing nothing. And I had to stop. Because there are some things we do, and then it's like I'm talking about how arrogant we make mistakes that end up destroying our tomorrow. Yes, and sometimes I realize Uriah was a servant of God. Not Uriah, this guy that anointed Samuel. Eli was a servant of God. Eli used to preach in the church. Eli was a righteous man, but his son were wicked. And then Samuel is brought by her mother. Samuel is brought by his mother in the church. And then the mother surrenders Samuel to God, to serve God all the days of his life. But God is annoyed with Eli. And then God is that night is talking to Samuel. And Samuel has never heard the voice of God. God called Samuel once, second, and third. And then Samuel thought it is Eli who was calling him. Until when Eli told Samuel, when they call you again, say, "Oh Lord, I'm here, speak with me." And the things that God told Samuel was about Eli. And then now Eli is arrogant. Tell Samuel, if God want to kill me and my house, let him do, because nothing I can do to stop him, instead of repenting. So Eli is destroyed because he was arrogant. Take another example of the old prophet and the young prophet. The old prophet know that the young prophet is not supposed to eat, because this old prophet, they already have a power to see. They are still seers, they can see. So they know what you are not supposed to do. So he trapped the young prophet and tell the young prophet, I know God says you should not eat, but the same God has said that you should eat. And then the young prophet, out of arrogance, he started eating. He forgot what God had told him. And then on the way, he's eaten by the lion. So me, when I was preaching, I knew this is a gift. But I had to ask God for divine wisdom. Is this person I am going where I'm going? Because I didn't want my past to haunt me. So I tell him I want to go. He started there standing and start abusing me. And remember, today I was remembering that scenario that happened. It was just like a flash of a minute. And it was shameful, because he was on pulpit. I had gone to say I'm grateful for the time we have been together. I want and thank you. Hey, the man stand on the pulpit and the church was full. Imagine, he started abuse. It was like abusive language. Even the people on the road stood to watch him abusing me. It's like the way he was shouting to me. Everybody in the church was stranded. The church was full. But I just stand there and I tell him, after he finished talking and giving laws and command, like I told him, you are finished. I am grateful and God bless you. And let me tell you, from that time, because I did what I did to save my tomorrow. I did what I did because I didn't see future in him. I was learning from an old prophet. I was learning from Eli, somebody who was arrogant, who didn't care. He thought everything is, everybody should bow before him. Everybody should do as he said. So when I figured all this, and I read the word of God and the things that were done there, I had to go and tell him, no, I just want to leave. Because I wanted to secure my good tomorrow. And I thank God, because of one decision I made. I don't regret. Because if I'm still there, I could be struggling the way I used to struggle. I am still struggling because I'm not yet where I want to be. But I thank God that he has raised me some step ahead. And I'm grateful. Because some of the things we do, I want you today to look at the things we are going through. Does it because of the arrogant past? Could it be that our past is hunting each and everybody? When we are blaming God, God, you have left me. Could it be one mistake we did in the past that is hunting us? Could it be one mistake you did that is making your marriage miserable? You slept with a married man when you are not married. Today your husband is sleeping with other young lady. He doesn't take care of you. He only sees other married small girls. Could it be your business is struggling because of somebody's business? You got involved yourself. Could it be our past is hunting each and every one of us? I thank God, because he's a God of second chance. He's a God who is faithful and who is merciful to forgive and give us a new future. He's a God who has mercy. He's not the accuser. He's faithful and merciful. And I pray tonight that he may. I'm praying for you and I'm praying for myself, that whatever we are going through, let it not be the mistake our father did, the humiliation, the rejection, the everything we go through, the curses that people spoke out of anger because of how they were done. And those things are standing against us like a wall, hindering us to reach our destiny, breaking our way, making our way crooked, making us go struggle to struggle, going round in the same mountain. I pray today for me and for you. I pray that God of mercy may have mercy upon us, and God of restoration may restore us, because so many things that people do out of arrogance. You look down on somebody, you destroy someone's future with lies, you talk deception, you conspire other people to hate an innocent person, you talk about other people. Then when people talk about you, you complain that people are talking about you. Some of the things we do, like now there is a high spirit of competition. People are so much in competition. People are on social media showing out their riches and their rich. But let me tell you, when you praise your success in social media, you should know that in this is an eye, and every person can watch it. Bad people, good people. Sometimes it's good to hide your secret. Let me give an example of this king called Hezekiah. Hezekiah was a king of Israel. And then there was another king from another country called Sekrabu. He came to visit Hezekiah. And Hezekiah opened all his room and showed him the riches and everything he owned, his gold, everything he showed. And then the prophet of God come and tell Hezekiah, you have shown your riches, you shown your enemy riches. When they come, the day of attack, they will come. They will attack you because they have known everything about you. Let me tell you, even an enemy cannot attack what he doesn't know. They attack what they know. So when the day of attack came, Hezekiah was attacked by the enemy because he had shown the enemy everything he has. Not everything you show people on social media. The car you are driving, the food you eat, not everything. Some of the people you laugh with are your enemies. It's good to hide. It's good to put your photo, to celebrate your victory. It doesn't matter how little the victory you have, but don't tell people everything you do. Some of these people are so wicked. Yes, people are wicked. Let me tell you, the devil will never be a devil. A devil come inside a person, and a God will never be God. God come through a person full of God. So I'm praying to God to give us wisdom. Not everything you post on social media, not everything you tell people about you. They will attack you, they will destroy you tomorrow. And then you will regret when you are suffering and struggling. I saw somebody crying that he lost 200 million within a second. Because when you show off your cars, you show off your houses, people are very easy to attack you. They will attack you. Some people are so jealous. They are full of devil himself. They will attack you. They will attack you in the line of your victory, of your mercy, of your protection. So sometimes it's good to post things, and sometimes you should be very, we should be very wise. What are we telling the world? What are we doing to the world? Because you can show us success today, then tomorrow you won't tell us your victory. How many people are celebrated today, and then some years to come they are sleeping outside there? They have lost everything just because the past hunting people. It hunt people. You show people your riches, they end up destroying you. I saw many of the families in America that died, and they live a mansion, a good house. You show people your family, then they scatter your family. Another you in the morning, the woman is angry with you. She will just want divorce. And the man doesn't want you. He wants divorce because somebody attacked you in the line of what you show them. But what you cannot show people, they can't attack. The devil that is not all-knowing. Don't be lied. So God is the all-knowing. God is the one who is in our tomorrow, our yesterday, and our today. And even the devil himself, he doesn't know what will happen next. That's why he always controls people with the past. He stands as an accuser and accuse you by the past. He brings generational curses to us so that they may stand before us and hinder us to reach our destiny. Because he's not all-knowing. But God, you show your enemy riches. When they come, the day of attack, they will come. They will attack you because they have known everything about you. Let me tell you, even an enemy cannot attack what he doesn't know. They attack what they know. So when the day of attack came, Ezekiel was attacked by the enemy because he had shown the enemy everything he has. Not everything you show people on social media. The car you are driving, the food you eat, not everything. Some of the people you laugh with are your enemies. It's good to hide. It's good to put your photo to celebrate your victory. It doesn't matter how little the victory you have, but don't tell people everything you do. Some of these people are so wicked. Yes, people are wicked. Let me tell you, the devil will never be a devil. A devil come inside a person, and a God will never be God. God come through a person full of God. So I'm praying to God to give us wisdom. Not everything you post on social media, not everything you tell people about you. They will attack you, they will destroy you tomorrow. And then you will regret when you are suffering and struggling. I saw somebody crying that he lost 200 million within a second. Because when you show off your cars, you show off your houses, people are very easy to attack you. They will attack you. Some people are so jealous, they are full of devil himself. They will attack you. They will attack you in the line of your victory, of your mercy, of your protection. So sometimes it's good to post things, and sometimes you should be very, we should be very wise. What are we telling the world? What are we doing to the world? Because you can show us success today, then tomorrow you won't tell us your victory. How many people are celebrated today, and then some years the past hunting people? It hunt people. You show people your riches, they end up destroying you. I saw many of the families in America that died, and they live a mansion, a good house. You show people your family, then they scatter your family. Another you in the morning, the woman is angry with you. She will just want divorce. And the man doesn't want you. He wants divorce because somebody attacked you in the line of what you show them. But what you cannot show people, they can't attack. The devil that is not all-knowing. Don't be lied. So God is the all-knowing. God is the one who is in our tomorrow, our yesterday, and our today. And even the devil himself, he doesn't know what will happen next. That's why he always controls people with the past. He stands as an accuser and accuse you by the past. He brings generational curses to us so that they may stand before us and hinder us to reach our destiny. Because he's not all-knowing, but God is all-knowing. What I will review is in the book of 1 John 1 verse 7. That if we say that we are righteous, we are liar, and we are making the work of the cross a lie. But it says we keep repenting each and every time. Nobody is righteous, only God who is righteous. And only God who is mighty, who can judge us. We all have a past. Some of our past are very bad. We did wrong things to other people, knowingly and unknowingly. Some of the past, we kill. Some people do wicked, some people are bold, some people do bad things. But today, we have a chance. The reason why we are alive is because we have a chance to repent, to ask God for forgiveness. Perhaps you treated somebody very bad. Perhaps you conspired somebody to be thrown out of the job. Perhaps you did something wrong, and today that wrong you did is haunting you. God is merciful. God is so precious. He can forgive us. I have remembered there was this, when I finished high school, there was these two people from Europe who wanted to take me to Bible school because they saw me looking after my old grandfather. And then somebody hindered me out of jealousy. He said, hey, when she go in Europe, they will be. And then out of that, today, her children are struggling. You close a door for somebody. God used somebody to close door for you and your children. So I pray that we may be very wise. Yeah? This word, when you have everything, humble yourself. When you don't, live like you have. Don't curse your tomorrow. Don't look down on people because they are tomorrow. Tomorrow is a mystery. The other minute we are about to live is a mystery. A mystery hidden in the eyes of God. Anything can change. God will bless us. I have also remembered this. I remember this lady. I was going to college, and then I had fasted for 7 days. Then it was so hot, so I had to look for a shadow to stand on. So I went and stand in the shadow. And then when I started, there was a woman selling old clothes, very old, you couldn't buy. And then when I stand there, I think God started ministering to her, because she said, "Wow, you have made me, you have started." She told me her story that she was sick. She has gone to hospital. Nobody can see the disease. And you could see for sure she was sick. And then she has lost everything. She's now living under the mercies of the church. And now the church had given her some money to go and start that small business. And the church has given her, and that business is not selling. She's about to crash. She don't know what to do. And then I asked, she told me that the pastor told her there is something she did in the past and it is haunting her. And then she was told that God God say, the pastor said that God will help you understand what you did. So when I stood there, she started remembering. I don't know how God works. God works in a mysterious way, because I don't know how the presence of me standing there made her remember what she did. She was a nurse in one of the biggest hospitals in Nairobi, Kenya. And then she used to take care of she was a very trusted nurse, and her department was selling medicine. And then spirit came upon this woman. She started becoming greedy. Her salary was not yet enough. She wanted to drive. She wanted big house. She wanted to take her children to the best school. So this is what she used to do. If a doctor prescribe a medicine to you, and that medicine is very expensive, she could not give you the medicine. She used to give people Panadols and these Brufens, these antibiotics medicine. Then that expensive one, she used to resell it again. Then that money, she used to pick it and put in her pocket, and now she could drive the biggest car, have a biggest house, and she used to live a luxurious life. But and she did that for a long time, until now when she retired. The son and the daughter whom she used to educate